All right. What are three things that I'm happy to spend extra money on, even though I don't necessarily have to? Because I think there's some things that you should be very frugal on with your money in life, and I think there's some things that you should be less tight and be a bit more open with your money and splashing your cash around on. So the first thing for me is basically my living situation. So the place I live, and I live in a I probably spend more than I have to live where I live. It's in a very nice like new building, um, very quiet, sort of off a side street, like a deep block, so I don't get any traffic noise, and it's quite deliberate in that. And the reason I choose to spend a bit extra there is because there's a book called The Happiness Hypothesis by Jonathan Haidt, and basically it talks about the science of what makes humans both happy and unhappy. And one of the things he talks about is the importance of your living situation on your overall happiness levels. And one of the examples he gives is if you live in like an old building which isn't very soundproof, so you get a lot of like noise from other apartments, or you live close to a busy street, so you got that constant droning of traffic noise. It it basically it causes chronic stress on your system. So your like adrenal glands are overworking and pumping adrenaline through your body, and it causes a lot of long-term stress and sort of degrades your health a bit. And the thing is though, it's very slight because it's sort of just like that droning of traffic in the background. Your body never quite adapts to it, and it's not something you're going to notice like right away, but long term it does have an effect. So that's why I've sort of deliberately found like a very quiet apartment. It's well soundproofed, and I don't have to worry about any of that. And the second thing I'm happy to spend extra money on is food, because really food is the most important thing for your health, because you can do all the exercise in the world and you can do all this other stuff and get good sleep, but if your food that you're eating is poor quality, you just can't be healthy without good quality food. It's basically, if you put crap in, you're going to get crap out. Like any meat I get from a good quality free range butcher, where it's all like grass fed beef and animals that had good stress free lives and all this. And then when I'm buying just normal groceries and vegetables, I try to get high quality stuff. And probably I could probably cut my grocery bill in half if I really wanted to, by buying sort of cheaper factory farmed meat and like the home brand like grocery stuff. But reality is, like, if you say I could save money there, like save $50 a week there, but what's the price of your health long term? Like, you don't want to be the richest person in the graveyard. So that's one thing that I'm always happy to spend money on, to get that extra quality food, because you just got to eat good quality food. It'll have a massive impact long term. And the third thing I'm fine with spending money on is books, because at the end of the day, they're so cheap compared to the knowledge you get from them. Like I've said it before, like I like books because they're basically, they can be someone's life work, all like condensed into something you can just consume in like a day. And the power of books is pretty good, and you always get a positive return on your investment with books. And the thing is, like, I've never had like one book that's like changed my life or whatever, but you take like one or two things from a book and it sticks long term, and it sort of helps you make decisions. Like I was just talking before about that happiness hypothesis book. Like that one thing has made a massive impact on where I've decided where to live. So it's just all that stuff, like the little 1% that add up, and I'm in the frame of mind where if I see a book that I think I might be interested in, I just buy it. I don't worry about spending $30 on a book. It's the upside's so much more than the potential downside. So I'm happy to splash cash on that. So yeah, I think there's things you can spend your money on that are worth it, and things that aren't. It's always good to just keep that in mind, like reevaluating priorities, because some people will happily spend like 60 grand on like a brand new car, and that doesn't do anything for your happiness long term. But then they want to skimp on something like food, which is like gonna give them their health, which is the most important thing. So yeah, things might be different for yourself, but I just always like to keep those three things in mind. Those are things that I will happily spend money on. And yeah, so if you like these videos, please feel free to subscribe. I'm trying to put out a few more, so yeah, just hit the subscribe button, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.